Hi, this is Mike Wants a Podcast, day 11. There was no day 10 because I took over the restaurant and it had a lot of problems and it's going to be extremely difficult to put back together, but I do want to make sure I keep doing my updates so I can do the big video and when I'm done. I have spent 2 days at the restaurant and I'm going to have a podcast on restaurants, so I'll talk about it here, maybe make a little note or two. It's a disaster. So I sold the half of one restaurant that's behind me, Hop House. I sold it in 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago, to my half, to my partner, and he wanted to redo the concept, and he reopened his O-Town, I guess, after being closed for a while, and with the struggles with COVID. After COVID, staffing, the place has always struggled. We used to do, 4,500 people a week. They're honestly doing like 1,400. It's a 300 seat restaurant. It should be doing near $4 million. And it's not anywhere there. So I'm going to take over the operation as far as the service and basically the operation with him and make it happen. I will say one thing that I kind of want to remember. I was so angry during COVID owning a restaurant and watching what I knew were out and out lies about COVID. And of course, I feel great about having been right. Everybody that made fun of guys like me is like, oh yeah, don't listen to the experts. Listen to some random guy you went to high school with. And in the end, the random guy you went to high school with was right. The masks were useless. They weren't using the breathing treatments properly. Natural immunity was the only way to go. The disruption in American society was not worth the measures they were taking. And ultimately, we all know it was to suppress what might be a Republican victory again for Donald Trump. And we all know that. But what did it really cost us? Drug manufacturers took advantage of the situation and just looted the American people, and you smiled as they did it and chastised those that didn't buy in on that lie. But I'm not here to do that. The one thing I do want to say about COVID as it relates to this is I now know all the things. While I was being lazy and drinking my ass off, enjoying the money I made, sitting on my couch, watching movies and playing with my dog, my old buddy, my old partner, he was grinding it out. And I remember, driving to the restaurant when COVID was going on, and when my future was completely uncertain, and all the signs up that said, we're all in this together. Everybody's struggling. Those were a bunch of lies. And now that I know all the things that happened to him while he was trying to, keep it going and keep his business going, it literally one young, it's a restaurant. You're going to hire a lot of young people. One person after another robbed him blind. No matter how much the man helped people, they just robbed him blind, one after another. Just horrible, horrible people. Everybody, we came out of that. America was already going down an unethical path and has been for a long time. It's all about the slippery slope. When that congressman pulled the fire alarm at the Capitol to delay a bill a few months ago. He just told all the school children in the country that it's okay to pull fire alarms. Every time we cheat and publicize it as a victory, all we do is tell kids it's okay. And they're monsters. Honestly, he's a much nicer man than me. I'd tell you what I'd like to do with those people. I'm not a nice man all the time. But anyway, I've got my work cut out for me. I have almost no time to turn this bad boy around. I need 600 people a week to come in. So I am putting some of my podcast studio is still moving along. I will be done on May 18th. Uncommon Content's going to publish the first time on May 18th. All the equipment will be done. The renovations will be done. It's 6:30 in the morning or whatever. I'm going to go down and finish painting the ceiling for a couple hours before I come home, shower, and then spend all day in the early part of the evening at the restaurant to make sure, that's coming the way that it should. And then home to do some more research or work on the studio and go away. Equipment is coming along great. I am taking some time to work with some things, and I think I might have found a couple of people that are in IT that will help me set up the equipment to where I can use it a little easier. I'm hoping that I can find a band that would like to shoot like a music video in my studio when it's done, or use it for multiple videos. Maybe a couple of different like small bands, not crazy ones, but small bands that want to do stuff. And I don't know if this is common, but I'd love for them to, I'd like to have I'll trade studio time for them to help write and perform and let me record music that will be original, that makes sense with the individual podcasts. As I learn this stuff, my dream for the podcast, and maybe I'll look at this video years from now. That's what I'm hoping to see. I don't care if I make any money on the studio. If it just pays for itself, that's great. And I have all these toys to play with. I think it'll make a hell of a clubhouse. But at the end of the day, it'd be kind of cool if I have the equipment and the knowledge, I'd love to find people that have great voices, not literally just great voices, but, something to say, that we can create some content that actually means something to people together. And, that's kind of my dream, and I hope it happens. I'm going to go paint now and then try to turn this monster of a restaurant around. Wish me luck on both. Thank you, and hopefully I'll see you on day 12.